Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, my amendment makes an important exemption to the REINS Act to ensure that policies that protect children from cancer, premature death, asthma attacks, or respiratory disease are not delayed or denied. For example, the Clean Air Act, which has been in place for over 40 years and has improved our health and protected all Americans from harmful, toxic air pollution such as ozone, nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide, particle pollution. The Clean Air Act often requires updates based upon the best science, especially when it comes to our kids. Toxic pollutants such as ozone, which is a major component of smog, are linked to asthma, lung, and heart disease and result in thousands of deaths every year and up to 1 million missed days of school. And our kids are particularly susceptible to this kind of pollution because their lungs are still developing, and on average they take deeper breaths and are more likely to spend long periods outdoors, placing them at higher risk. The American Lung Association states then that inhaling smog pollution is like getting a sunburn on your lungs and often results in immediate trouble, breathing trouble. You know, and I remember very well back in the early 70s when I was a little girl what the air was like in my hometown in Tampa. We had a lot of industrial users at the port of Tampa, a lot of industrial plants, and I've seen the progress over time that the Clean Air Act has brought to this country. We're not like other countries in the world. We are stronger and we're better and we're healthier because of the Clean Air Act. So let's not go backwards. Let's not throw a roadblock like the REINS Act and into the mix here. But we do have to be careful because there still are many communities in America that continue to suffer, and they're often the underserved, economically distressed communities. Studies have shown that working class communities often bear the brunt of environmental pollution because the only homes they can afford are often located near industrial sites. And according to the NAACP, 78% of African Americans live within 30 miles of an industrial power plant, and 71% of African Americans live in counties that violate federal air pollution standards. In addition to that, a study by the Environmental Defense Fund found that our Latino neighbors are 3 times more likely to die from asthma, often for those same reasons. Because here, what the REINS Act does, it really complicates the American system of checks and balances. Let's not go backwards, because it's not only our families and neighbors that would suffer, it's also our economy that would suffer as well. This type of regulatory scheme of mirrors and false promises would create great uncertainty for many of our businesses. The Clean Air Act is one example. These clean air protections in the United States have a great track record. And we have grown as a country. The economic growth has tripled. Our economic base has more than tripled. Clean air protections, environmental protections go hand in hand with economic growth. So since 1970, we've cut harmful air pollution by 70%, while our economy has grown like gangbusters. I know many of you are probably going to have your eyes on the Tampa Bay area Monday night when we have the college football championship in Tampa with Alabama versus Clemson. And I want you to take a look at our clean skies, the clean air. I wish we could all be there, but I think we're going to be back here in Washington, D.C. But just know it hasn't always been that way. When you see the beautiful sunset across Tampa Bay with clear skies, that's been because of the Clean Air Act. But if you bring a regulatory scheme like this REINS Act that says you have to come back to Congress for every single little new policy that is based on updates and new science, that's going to complicate everyone's lives. I worry at the outset of this new Congress because the first bill passed yesterday was one that short-circuited public participation, and now this bill today appears to be a late Christmas gift to corporate polluters who put profits over people. We're better than that. You can prove me wrong, though, by supporting this amendment. I reserve the balance of my